Hey guys, so today I want to compare the iPhone 5 running iOS 7 versus the HTC One having Android here with the latest update that I have found. So let's do this. Let's see how these updates how they are compared to each other. So we start off here with iOS 7. Bring up the app drawer here, and then also or not the app drawer, but use the home page. So when we are here, the first two things is that we can see that we have some apps down at the bottom that always follow along when we go to a new page. A little bit different here with the new iOS 7 update is that you still have you don't have an app drawer or a place where you only see all of your apps, or I mean you do have a place and that is on the home screens. And of course you can make folders that they've also updated that system, but you see all of your apps over here, while on the HTC One of course, or you're a little bit more, you can be a little bit more flexible here where you can have both apps and widgets on the home screen, or have nothing on the home screens. So you can see here when let's see if I hold in, no, there we go. So when I swipe out like that, we can add widgets, or we can add apps, or we can add shortcuts to our home pages. And I think you can have a few 5 or 6, 7 home pages on the HTC One. Also, if you go to the left here on the HTC One, we can see we do have the blink feed, which is a place where you can see if you do have Facebook and want to see all your Facebook friends updates over there, you can actually enable that. And you can see I have some news websites here that you can see here. They like Engadget, The Verge, and you can customize this to see what kind of news. If you want to see some quick news here, Blink Feed is pretty awesome. You can quickly toggle here between highlights or specific websites. Of course, not all website is available, so that do kind of sucks. You can see here when we go into the customize the topics and the services or services. You can see here what kind of services that I have enabled. You also have different categories here. Pick the one that you are interested in, and you can fully customize that feed. Connect Facebook, Flickr, your calendar, HTC Share, your TV, because you do have an IR little port there on the HTC One in the front side. So you can see here I can quickly read stuff and quickly share it, and I assume it's pretty useful, but you can't remove it. You can also see the widget up there at the top side. While Apple likes to still keep it simple. What Apple have done now in the iOS 7 update is that they have removed, like when you swipe to the left, you no longer have the search option over there. So what you have to do over here is if you want to bring up the search, you have to swipe down like that, and now we do have the full normal place where we can search. So we can just input something. Let's say I want to search for the clock. Just type in clock, and you can see here that you can also see that we don't just see applications, but we also do see music that I do have enabled here, and also stuff that I've synced to my phone. So the search is pretty universal, and I assume that this is better because it's one swipe up and you can actually do it on whatever home screen you are on. So pretty cool and useful over there. Also, what Apple have updated here is in iOS 7 is when you swipe from the bottom side, you do actually now get some toggles. So with Android, usually you do get the toggles when you swipe from the top side. But you don't have any cool toggles here in the HTC One. Hopefully it will come in a future update. Right now it's pretty simple. You have a clock. You can quickly go to the settings when you swipe from the top side, and you get a power saver here that always is at that place. But then of course you will see all of your notifications and stuff over here, where I'm not really sure how it works in iOS 7, because when you swipe down you can see that they're focusing more on the calendar. You can see all your stuff, probably your missed stuff. Maybe even notifications will pop up over here, and then you have a stock section. You can see tomorrow, and they have made it very nice here where you can see it's like a gradient where you can see through a little bit. pretty nice. But you don't have those toggles. Now finally you do get some toggles in iOS 7, so when you swipe up like that you can also do it on the lock screen. You can see here, first we can see a music player here that you usually see in iOS, and this works of course with both Spotify and the stock music player, and probably some other ones as well. You have a cool brightness slider here, as we are used to in Samsung's Galaxy devices. We have those magical quick toggles here. You get 5 here: airplane mode, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and like a do not disturb mode actually, which is very nice if you don't want no one to disturb you. And then also you do have orientation if you want to lock that in. You also have AirDrop. Let's see here. Yeah, you can see that. And then, of course, we also have some quick widgets down at the bottom, like a flashlight. You do have that cool compass as well. And then also we do get camera or a calculator in the camera. Now, what's pretty cool is when you play music and they have a cool like album art or something in Spotify, this background will kind of change to whatever color that is. So it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting overall, the UI that Apple went with in iOS 7. You can see that they've updated all the icons. Every single icon here has been updated, and the theme has been a little bit more like a cartoon feeling, where they've added or have a lot of black and white theme. I'm not sure if they got inspired by Migo or Windows Phone 7 or something, but it feels a little bit like that. You can also see some animations here when we go in and out of apps, which is pretty unique. You can also see inside of here in the settings area that they have changed some stuff, a lot of stuff actually. You can also customize the notification center when you swipe down, the control center, which is the one where you swipe from the bottom side, and it's pretty nice that you can swipe from wherever you are. So that's pretty awesome. The do not disturb mode, you can customize this also a little bit to tweak it exactly how you want it to work. So if we continue on now, also in terms of multitasking here, they've also updated it in iOS 7. So if we compare the multitasking is a little bit weird, I think, on in the HTC One. I mean, it's pretty good. You just double tap there, but I usually don't want to double tap. But what's cool about with the HTC One is that you can see all your 9 apps. You can quickly swipe the things you no longer want to have open up, but you don't have a quick button to remove everything. In iOS, you just double tap here, and there you can see here, yeah, you also double tap over here. So they have, I would say this is a little bit better. So you have an app section, or where all your apps, if you want to go back to the home screen. And then of course you do have all of your apps that you have open up that you can quickly swipe up here. And I just love that kind of like bump effect and everything that it feels like they've been thinking a little bit how they can make this look beautiful and cool. And I think that this is a little bit better multitasking, but the multitasking is still pretty the same here. Let's see here, if you hold in the back key, you still of course have Siri, so you have voice assistant here if you hold in. What's up? So it's a little bit slow where I'm at the moment, and of course iOS 7 could have some glitches here in the beginning, so that might be something that you do know. You have the app drawer here on the HTC One, of course, where you see all of your apps, and that's the page also where you can search for apps. So sorry about that. So you can search for something here. You can see also the cool font that you get in HTC One, this like Roboto font, which is pretty awesome. The back key here also, every time you want to go back. And of course you can see my little widget there that I do have. Of course I can go over specific different various apps here, like I can go over the browser, I can go over the mail and stuff, but I don't want to cover everything in the same kind of video. There is some very interesting stuff here about both these two devices. Obviously we can check out pretty quick here how the new calling app looks like here inside of iOS 7 versus the calling app that you see here inside of the HTC One. For some reason, it feels like Apple wanted to go with like this kind of cartoon feeling. One thing I really do love about iOS 7 is that I mean, I love change. I love when they're trying something new, and I love the animations they've added and the better multitasking mode, and that they finally added some quick toggles, and also apps or when you create different folders, that should also have been improved. But I don't think everyone will like this theme with like black and white theme. It was a pretty bold move by Apple to really rearrange everything. One cool thing that they made though is I haven't checked it out too much, but the Safari browser really looks stylish and clean now, with a very cool like cover flow mode where you have all your tabs, and also that they made a very clean UI here at the top. If you want to search something, if you want to go to a website, just tap that at the top. And I'll definitely make a full comparison there, the browser comparison, and also maybe some kind of music comparison, maybe maps comparison, because Apple has their own Apple Maps, and also maybe camera apps, because the camera app also has been updated here a little bit, or actually a lot. Let's see here, let's go into the camera. So the camera mode here is pretty cool, because Apple likes to keep it simple, and now they made it even easier here with just a swipe here, so you can go quickly from panorama mode, the square mode, which I'm quite not sure what it is, but I have to investigate that a little bit more. The cool photo mode here, HDR, you can also enable that, and then of course video mode. And of course you do have, let's check out and compare it versus the HTC One's little app here. This is the camera app, of course, that you get on the HTC One. Now the bad thing with the HTC One here is that the camera only is a 4 megapixel one, ultra megapixel, so you should take better pictures in the dark, and I might be able to do a test video about that. The cool thing though with the HTC One is that it has this blink feed feature, so if you take pictures and video a whole day, your phone with blink feed is no, not blink feed, but with this Zoe feature, it can actually create a movie out of those pictures and photos and videos you took during a day, and then it could add a little bit of a track, and then you can remove pictures and videos you don't want in that movie, and it's pretty awesome. I've been covering it in other videos. Let's just quickly disable Zoe. And also, Zoe can create a 3-second animation. This app is also very good. You can see here that I have some cool things here, some very cool things here, like this little effect, which works perfectly in live and stuff. And that this is just built in, you don't have to add any other app or anything. So we have this black and white mode, there's like sepia mode and all that. But the bad thing is that when you take normal pictures and when you zoom in a lot, the 4 megapixel doesn't look that super good. But if you only take pictures for Facebook and stuff, then that's probably not going to be a major issue. But as you can see, when I took this picture right now, and when I try to zoom in a ton, I can't actually do it. I mean, I can zoom in a little bit with 4 megapixel, but compared to other flagship devices, it's a little bit boring, because on those devices you can zoom in super much and see super much details. But as I said, if you're just going to use your phone to take pictures, to upload them to Facebook and stuff, then I mean it will be a totally okay device. So also now let's take a quick little look here at the lock screen here. You can see here that they've updated here, and with one swipe here to launch our phone. Can still swipe up from the bottom, and let's see here, you can swipe up over there. We don't have anything right now. You have a quick access also to the camera. I mean, super quick access here to the camera, which is very nice when you see something and you instantly want to like take a picture out of it. On the HTC One here, we do have this little widget that you swipe up. You have quick access here to 4 apps that you can quickly launch a program, and that's about it. So a quick little video here, just comparing the UI a little bit, and hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you want to see anything specific, Maybe, I mean, of course, maybe I did not cover exactly everything in this video because it's pretty hard to cover everything, but hopefully I did cover some things that you were wondering about. But if you want to know anything more specific, please let me know about that. Also, if you want to quickly search for something on the HTC One, you can quickly hold in the home button. So if you hold it in like so, it will bring up Google Now and you can quickly search for something. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like if you do enjoy it, and hopefully I will see you all in the next video. Yeah, peace.